Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 30 base. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We begin.
They'll run on first down. It's Clayton. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Young now. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up. Greystone, travel.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Bears nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Come on, set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 64 yards. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Young now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Clayton.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the pass.
General West.
Bang, bang.
Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, it's Clayton. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Ready, set.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They run the counter. Carmichael. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A first down throw for Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
18 Gators. You draw quarter. Now.
They'll run on first down. Winslow. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 38, Young under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Ready to break.
43's the mic. All day, dog.
Let's go.
On play action, Young. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got it at the 15. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
From the red zone now, Young. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
Niners 14, Bears 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Single.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
61, matchbox, Lee Griffin.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Shot 56.
Come on, D. Let's go.
First down, Young. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw again on second down. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Go. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there.
Go.
Following the interception, Young. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 yards. First down, Niners. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Flushed out right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first and 10, Young. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 10 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On second down now, Carmichael. He gets away from one. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Carmichael. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now again, right side, Polk. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it. Able to slither by. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Off the play fake, Young. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the left side. Clayton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss up, keep the...
First and 10, Young going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
No problem for me.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up to throw, and that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Hey, echo.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Young. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Young. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
After the sack on 1st down, Young. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw, Young. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Young's pass complete to number 86. Touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here.
The kicker on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
31. Bears 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Bring it. Bring it.
They'll look to throw here. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Check 50. Check 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carmichael. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Check it. 61. Matchbox light.
Looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run it with Bibbs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Go! 50, plant.
Here we go.
Ready?
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Yeah!
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Right there. 56. I want that.
Shoot!
On third down, it's Clayton. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the 49ers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.